Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've got laundry going, so my apologies, you will be hearing that. Hopefully it doesn't disturb the video too much. You know, we got our chores to do. Multitasking. It's my favorite. You're done in half the time, and then you get to go play. Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. What storyline would you like to share with the collective, please, Spirit? What storyline would you like to share with the collective? Collective energy, please, Spirit. Collective energy. All right. Thanks for joining me here, everybody. In the central energy. What do we have? Ooh. Oh, gee, many crickets. This is the way to start it. We got death. You know, and this is, I don't know about all of you, but, you know, the Pope is supposed to be opening up 5 portals on Christmas Eve, and so I just don't know, okay, something's going down, something's happening, and apparently this is like this massive thing that nobody knows the day or the hour. In the challenge position, the Hanged Man. Sacrifice, release, end of a cycle. You know, and you may be feeling, if you're, there's a lot of this energy, like sexual energy. I really feel as though there's some folks out there desperately trying to do sex magic right now to get into the energies of some of these people who have good energy. In the subconscious, we've got the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Somebody's experiencing a death, an ending, an end of a cycle. They're being sacrificed, let go. They're wanting to make a heartfelt proposal. So yeah, I think they're out there doing sex magic because that's kind of the energy that's out there right now. And they're trying to get you to accept this proposal, this romantic proposal. So if you are experiencing these energies right now, it's this person who is undergoing a personal transformation. In the recent past, the Empress. Yeah, Empress. Somebody's got death knocking on their door and they want to get into your good graces. They want your nurturing. They want to get into your womb space. So they're probably pushing in some sex magic or kind of crap there. I say that because the energy is there. Intentions and expectations. Empress she's this fertile person. 9 of Cups. Reversed. So they're expecting dissatisfaction. They're very materialistic and they're not getting a wish come true. Expectations. This person who's experiencing a death wants to make a romantic offer to this Empress, and their intention is to strip her of her wish come true. In the near future. The Chariot here. We've got a victory. Somebody's in control and leaving. We're gonna definitely dig into this one. The lens that's being looked through. The lens that's being looked through is the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So there is a breaking of these cycles. And somebody's going through a negative phase. In the environment, Ten of Wands. So there was extra responsibility. There's a completion of a Ten of Wands burden. There's an end in sight. You broke the cycles, Empress, perhaps. This person is experiencing a death because you broke the cycles. They want to get a romance. They're doing sex magic. They're trying to lure you in. They want you to get all gooey. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. So they're hoping that they can get away with trickery and fraud. They want to deceive. They want to betray. This is the end of your Ten of Wands burden. They want to deceive you. They want to come right back in and lay it on you, honey. The outgoing energy. What's the outgoing energy, Spirit? The Fool. So there's an innocent new beginning here. Trust, blind faith, optimism. This Empress isn't worried about too much here. She's overcome a lot. We got a new... Okay, so now we're going to get some... Let's see what we got on the bottom of the deck here. Celebration. So there's a celebration for the Two of Cups unions. Oh, the community is celebrating. Unified love and marriage connections are being made. Yeah, you're moving forward. You're moving forward, making plans. So you've got the King of Pentacles here and the Queen of Wands. So a couple leaders, courageous and determined, protective here. Cutting away, divorcing this business of deceit, of conflict. You're divorcing it, you're cutting it away. Yeah, strongly. You're not messing around. The King of Cups is looking at souls. He's like, what's going on? Introspection. I don't know. Perhaps he might be looking at a Five of Cups because you've got your freedom here and you've got a new Ten of Cups. Could look that way. You worked with very, very high standards, with very and you've honed your skills and you've created some kind of mastery here. It's exactly what's happening. It's exactly what's happening. They're desperately reaching out with this romantic energy because they got death knocking on their door. There's the Hanged Man, the sacrifice, a release. They're being let go. Innocent. You were innocent. This is the end of the cycle. You were innocent, Empress. All right, so we've got the end of a cycle. We've got death here. Somebody's all messed up in the head. They're trying to self-preserve. They've got death here, end of a cycle. They're worried about self-preservation. The challenge is the Hanged Man. So there's a sacrifice, a letting go. You're letting them go. They've been let go. Nobody wants them. Innocent. They're being sacrificed, or because you're being seen as innocent. Hopefully this doesn't have to do with an innocent. They're being released because you are seen as innocent, Empress. They framed you. They tried to frame you. So in their subconscious, they're thinking about self-preservation. So they're coming in all romantic. I really do believe they're doing sex magic, or because there's that energy there. There's that energy there, but they're not able to communicate with you. They're not able to communicate with you. You're unwilling to talk to them. You don't want to have anything to do with them. You recognize what's happening here in the energy field, and you're like, excuse me, don't be, you might be hanging up. You might be blocking somebody if they're getting too frisky with you on any of your social media sites. If they're being creepy, trying to creep in on you. In the recent past, we've got the Empress here. So there's evolution. There is creation. There is something being birthed. She's growing something. She's manifesting this beautiful, warm atmosphere. Look at that. Conscientiously. She's sweeping it up. Look at that. She's sweeping the floors. She's got a smile on her face. She's taken action here. She's cleaning house. Intention and expectations is that this person doesn't get the wish come true. They don't get the Nine of Cups here. Whoever this person is trying to come in and use romance and sex magic or whatever to cling to their perception of life. It's not going to work. She's cleaning. She's sweeping the floor. She's like, get out of here. You're false. This is not a heartfelt proposal. She's not even willing to communicate with this person. Look at that. Ancestry in the reverse. She's sweeping the floor of these people. They don't get the wish come true. She's cutting them off. She's divorcing them. She's like, you're out of here. Sweeping the floor. She's clearing the foundation. That's what that is. She's clearing the foundation. That's been running through my head a lot lately. We got a lot of foundational clearing going on right now. There's some desperate masculines that have been playing with love and breaking promises and loyalties. Sacrificing innocence. Yeah. Anyhow, families. It could be a family or it could be her family. It could be those who historically do this kind of a thing. They're not getting a wish come true. She's gained a victory here. Sweeping the floors. Sweeping the floors. Religion. She's gained a victory over religion. She's departing. She's gained a victory over religion. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. She's broken the cycle. The cycle. These ones were saying, not these ones. I have some adversaries that I pick up stuff on, because they attempted to trauma bond, and so now I get access to stuff. Anyhow, this Empress broke the cycle. And these ones are going through a negative phase. They had said in a previous, like a few weeks ago maybe, that the energy, the light of the innocent beings, this beautiful Empress family line, has been powering their illusions for a long time because they've been using her energy, using the energy of her innocence. disconnect in the reverse. They were not able to disconnect the Empress this time. They're going to go through a negative phase. The cycle has been broken. They were not able to disconnect the Empress this time. They're being let go. Death is on their door. This is the completion of her heavy burden, her 10 of Wands burden. There is something being remembered. She's being remembered. What has happened here is being remembered. The burden is being remembered. What's really going on is being remembered. How heavily she was burdened is being remembered. Somebody has the hope that they can commit trickery or fraud, or maybe there's a fear of that. Maybe there's a remembrance of this trickery and fraud, which caused this heavy burden. There could be a remembrance of the disloyalty. The disloyalty. You're being congratulated. Somebody wants to get away with something. They might want to come in and congratulate you. They want to be fraudulent. You're being remembered. This is the end of your burden. They want to come in and congratulate you. They're having a hope. Or maybe you are being congratulated on the way that you managed this fraud. This betrayal. Well, there is the Fool there. Innocent new beginning. Going for it. You don't know what it is, but it's not what it was, and you're going for it because you survived. You survived, and you got a new beginning here, a brand new beginning. You have overcome the challenges of the previous cycle. You've gained a victory over this religion, or a religious person, or religious cult, or religious whatever. You're disconnecting from this ancestry. They did not get their wish come true, which was you. They could not disconnect you, that you broke the cycle. They're not able to do that. Again, you've broken the cycle. Good on you. You survived. You know why? Because you survived. You broke the cycle because you survived. You survived the snake. You survived what this snake was doing to you with the spirits. You might be at a hidden location. Somebody might be trying to spy on your location. Look at that. There's all clouds there. You might be elevated into a new location that other people may not know about. There might be somebody who's trying to endorse you, to embed themselves within your clique, your surroundings, your gatherings, whatever it is, whoever it is that's surrounding you. They're going to try to embed themselves there. You've been promised a status of privilege. Okay? You are a sovereign being. You are as you are. You are just as you are. Be you. You're free to be you. You are free to be you. So with the puppets here, it's like you now pull the strings. You're a wholesome arcana. Who didn't do anything. Okay, so, oh wow. Okay, so you're a wholesome arcana who didn't do anything to deserve this hardship. And now you've got the strings. You hold the strings. You have overcome this challenge, and you have got an ever more union, and you are giants. You're in the limelight here. Very, very optimistic about love. And there's so many people. These vain people are going to be made absent from your pathway, and that is justice. Because they were causing you drama. And you've got forgiveness here. Forgiveness. These addicts are going to be getting visitations. Oh, this is not going to end well, because they were trying to steal the body of somebody who cares about themselves. There could be something going on with their body. They may have to learn how to self-care. they were expecting your home, or maybe you are expecting to go home, to be home. You've been being watched as a peaceful person. You're a peaceful, loving person. And it was prophesied that you have a defense against this horseplay. This player who is playing around with you, trying to compete. Everything is seen. Everything is seen. And as bad as it gets, how do you manage? How do you manage self? I mean, really, because that's the only thing that we're here to master, right? Is self, our inward and outward presentation to self, to the divine, and to our environment. I mean, literally, that's more than most people can even handle. And yet everybody's wondering what everybody else is doing. It's very interesting. Yeah, don't get caught up in any love potions or love spells right now. It's out there. It's a very potent energy, and they're really wanting this charm to work on you. They're only doing it because they're trying to save themselves from this death card. It's perverse is what it is. It's perverse. You are like this person here, and they're laying this energy on you, and it's like you're not going to even talk to them. You don't want to talk to them. You know what's happening, and it's kind of gross. They're in the shadows. This is lower vibrational. The root chakra is the fight or flight, the survival mode, and these ones they love that because that's the suffering energy, right? If they can block off all these other chakras and keep you in that space, and they constantly draw off of it, then the energy never has a chance to rise up and become enlightened. They like to keep you in this sexual kind of slavery, addiction mode, addicted to relationship. But it's the end of a cycle, and they're trying to save themselves. Yeah, reflection. They're trying to save themselves. It's an act of self-preservation. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity, but look how dimly lit they are. There's no light in them, and they're remembering everything that they did to you, an innocent person, or maybe to other innocents. I don't know. They're challenged because there is the hanged man here. There's a letting go. There's a sacrifice. There's a release. So they're being let go. Their challenge is that you are innocent, that the Empress is seen as innocent. Look, the Empress is seen as innocent, and she's in an inseparable union with somebody who, the love is always there despite the distance. So this person is challenged by that because she's in a union with somebody, and that means that's a spiritual union. Where was that? Yeah, spiritual union. So it's already here. She's already connected to somebody in victory, and yet these ones are intruding in on that energy with this icky attempt to save themselves, and it's like it's not communicating, like it's not going through the way they want to. It's not working. It's recognized. It's mental charm with the energy. Look, shadow side came out again. You're not communicating with these people. They're low vibrational. They're just a reflection. There's no light in them. It's just all about this lower vibrational fight or flight. Drive it home. I don't know. But the Empress is here cleaning house. She's sweeping the floor. She's clearing the foundation. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And this is filth coming around. Look, holding back. She's not holding back. She's not holding back. she means business. She is not holding back. These people are no longer ancestors. Whoever these people are, they're getting swept right off of that foundation. They don't get a wish come true. That's her intention. It's like, nope, 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 you're out of here. Out of here. Death card. Sacrifice. For what? For the innocent. Whoa, this is not good for those guys. Look at that. Reciprocity. She's not giving them crap. She's not giving them crap because they didn't give anything either. Very, very selfish. She's gained a victory here. And whoever this is, this ancestry, apparently they're religious. They could be of some religion. I don't know what religion. Go ahead and take that as it resonates for you. But the Empress has gained a victory over this, whatever this is, and she's sweeping the floor. Empress. Oh, they're in disagreement. You should understand how we feel. You know, Empress doesn't have to understand how anybody feels, especially when they try to destroy her and steal her vitality and spread lies about her and cover her in this nasty energy, this nasty sex energy, trying to get romantic from in the imagination, in the mind. They're trying to throw this energy. Gross. She's broken the cycle. We've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and these ones are going through a negative phase because they could not disconnect her. They could not undo her. The death went back on them, is what it did. The death went back on them, is what it did. Yeah, and there's an understanding of what has been going on, both sides of this story. She has an understanding. She knows exactly what's been going on. She's not holding back. She's got that broom out and she's got a smile on her face and she's like, out of here, off the foundation. This is the completion of that Ten of Wands burden. There is a remembrance here. It could be that she remembers everything that has been happening. It could be that they put her in a very shadowy place, you know, and now she's woken up. She remembers what's happening and it's like, boom, you know. And I do hope, for the Empress's sake, that, you know, and the fact that they did not appreciate her love, you know, love of self is where it all starts. When you love yourself, you fill up your love cup. And when your love cup is spilling out into the world, then it benefits everyone. And they did not appreciate the effort that it took her to remain balanced, to keep her house clean, to keep her mind, her consciousness, her energy clear and clean and pure, abundant. They didn't care about it at all, and she remembers it. This is the end of her burden. She's cutting them off. She's not servicing them anymore. They did not appreciate her, and she's still trying to heal from that. You know, hopes and fears. It could be that there's somebody here who wants to betray, wants to get away with some trickery and fraud. They could be bringing it in through some form of congratulations. Now is not the time to mingle. Now is not the time to celebrate. Now is the time to go, relax, disconnect, and then settle and make plans for the future. You don't go party mode right away. These ones are unsatisfied. They're trying to create fraud against you. You've got the Fool card here. So you've got a brand new, innocent beginning. It's spontaneous. So this is one of those things that could happen at any moment, right? Any hour, any day. You survived. You survived their lies, their dishonesty. And they're putting, this energy that they're putting out right now is the nasty energy that they work in. You know, this sexual energy. That's exactly what it is. And it's nasty, and you can sense it. If you are an empath, you can sense it. It's icky. Maybe they're sending it to me, or maybe I'm just picking up on it because I'm in this read. I don't know, but it's not nice. Look, you never gave hope. You never gave up hope for a beautiful, faithful union. Oh, this is so wonderful. So you've got a new beginning and you have faith. Look, you survived and you never gave up. You never gave up. People might have told you it was all in your head. It was just a fantasy that, love, life was a struggle. You just had to survive. That, I don't know, whatever it was, you're being reunited is what you're being. What you're being right now is you're being reunited. You're sweeping these old folks off of your foundation and you're starting new. You're clearing that foundation and this is a brand new opportunity. Ooh, passionate. Passionate. Somebody, this third party, these people who operate in the sexual energies, this flight or flight, keep you low vibrational kind of stuff, nasty. Yeah, they want forgiveness because they missed their opportunity. So they want forgiveness. But you're in this new passionate union here. Ooh, and they want to talk to you. The new chapter is here. The truth has been revealed. Somebody wants to talk to you, that you're in a soul tie with this person. Maybe it isn't this Hanged Man's sexual energy or this Knight of Cups sexual energy. Maybe they're going to go through a death because of this. A failed attempt to be romantic with you. Oh, that's what that is. This person is facing a death. They're trying to protect, or they're trying to save themselves. They're a reflection. They're remembering what they did. They're very low vibrational. There's a sacrifice here for what they did to the innocent. It is an inseparable union. They came forward and tried to get frisky in the shadows, and they got themselves in trouble, is what they did. They got themselves in trouble. Because the one you're in a soul tie with is always with you. You're inseparable. Always there. Passionate. You just have to use your discernment, okay? Because there's potentials. What there will be probably a need for is patience. Or clarity. So this chaser is in regret because they sabotaged themselves. You survived. They're feeling overwhelmed. They're remembering the inside jokes while they were daydreaming about being you. Yeah, they thought it was really funny, and now they're confused because there's unfinished business here. They neglected you. Their values were all about money, and they've been unworthy. They've been found unworthy of mending a connection with you. You don't want it. You don't want it. People are talking about it. They're gossiping. It was an unexpected outcome. They're feeling your absence, and it's too late for them to do anything about it. You've got this new beginning. It's right there in the outcome. You survived. So, you're just going to have to use your intuition. I really do believe that the Most High, who is guiding this whole thing, this whole scenario, will make it very, very clear. And I don't believe that you have anything to fear, honestly. I don't believe this trickster is going to get away with anything. They're in disagreement because you've got a victory here, and they don't get your inheritance. They don't get their wish come true. In fact, what they get is swept off your foundation. Oh, I'm excited. Look at that. It's already 34 minutes. I keep talking about it. This is exciting to me. Now, I don't know. Yeah, again, this energy, you're going to have to take it as you want to. But right now, what it looks to me like is that somebody's facing a death, and they're trying to put forward the sexual energy, but they're having a failure in communication from the shadows or whatever. I don't know. Take it as it resonates for you. Ruins. Ruins. Everything is in ruins. So we got the death card here, endings. They're trying to self-preserve. They're a reflection. They've got low vibrational energy, low light. They have no light. Things are falling away. Things are in ruins. They're challenged by the Hanged Man card here. There is a release. There's a sacrifice. They're challenged because you're seen as innocent and you're in an inseparable union here. The love is always there despite the distance. No matter wherever you are, Empress, there is your soul tie. The one that also survived this thing here. They're full of anxiety. They're challenged because they're having anxiety. They're wrestling with that. They don't know what to do. They don't know what you're going to do. In their subconscious, they're thinking about a Knight of Cups. They're thinking about being a knight in shining armor. They're not able to communicate with you from the shadow side. Maybe they tried to get romantic with you from an invisible, from a mental space. They tried to push energy in on you, and now they're not able to, perhaps, because you know what that is. It could very well be that you are very, very near your spiritual union here, your inseparable union, and you're picking up on that energy. You know, you're going to have to just use your discernment, because this person, this Knight of Cups, sees you as another notch in the headboard. They see you, they want you, and they're in the shadows, and they want to come and they want to have relations with you so that they can make you another notch in the headboard. That's exactly what they're thinking about here. Everything's in ruins. So this energy, I would say, is this person who's doing SEX magic, trying to push that energy into your root, and they're trying to save themselves by making you another notch on the headboard. But we've got communication in the reverse. So it's like it's not working. We got the Empress here, who is very conscientious, and she is clearing the foundation. She's not holding back. She's, you know, these ones who were not willing to settle down or be responsible are getting swept out. She's the Empress. She's all four queens. She's not kidding around. She's not fooling around. She's not messing around. This ancestry is getting swept out of the foundation. This is her intention. They will not take her wish come true. They did not give her anything, and she's not giving them anything. She will not give them any more of herself. Nope, they're getting cut off. Cut off. She's being fierce. She's being aggressive. She's protecting herself. She's not struggling, and they can't make her struggle. She's got a victory here. She's moving forward. You've got religion, or a religious person, or this ancestry could be religious cult or whatever. They think that she should understand how they feel. She should be concerned about them. And she needs to be concerned about herself and those people, these innocent ones, right? Whatever. So interesting. But they're not telling the whole truth. They're in disagreement. They think that you should understand how they feel, but they're lying. They're still lying. You've gained a victory over these secrets. You've gained a victory over these lies. You've broken the cycle. You have been set free. They can't trap you. They can't keep you. They're going to go through a negative phase because they weren't able to disconnect you. And you have an understanding. You're bringing forth an understanding of these, what this story is. Empty in the reverse. They could not empty your vessel. They could not disconnect you. They could not unalive you. This is the end of your Ten of Wands burden. You remember what happened here. You love yourself, and you fill your own cup and you pour it in the world, and they did not appreciate you for who you are, for what you offered, for you. They tried to tangle you up in a freaking mess, and they got themselves, as they did not appreciate you. They got themselves tangled up in something. They didn't want to be loved by you. They did not want to be loved by somebody who loves themselves. They wanted the nasty, nasty boy, or the nasty, nasty girl is what they wanted. And they got it in the shadows. So their hope is to get away with something tricky, something fraudulent. Their hope is that they can come forward with a congratulations. The hospitality card is here. They're unsatisfied with the way things are going. So they are going to come forward and they're going to try to offer you hospitality. Now, a couple days ago, I think it was, they were talking about a paralyzer. So it's not a paralyzing agent or somebody who is with the nickname as such. I don't know, but you got to beware here. They're looking for an exit plan. They believe that you are that. They're looking for an escape. They want to get in your energy. They got burned, or they're going to get burned because they were guilty and they lost. They broke every single promise that they made so they lost because they broke every single promise that they made. Yeah, beware of this tricky. Anybody trying to get into your energy right now, just bail on it. Listen to the divine and move forward with that only. Not anybody trying to, push in on you. Because that's not how the divine works. Look, they're tired. They're very tired. Emotionally exhausted. A few months back, they said they should have appreciated you. They should have loved you. And then a few days later, there was another one who said they should have loved them for who they are or for what they are. And that's you, this beautiful Empress who offers beautiful things and improves the lives of others. But they weren't happy with what they were receiving. They wanted more. And so they took it. They got caught up in a blind spot, in a whirlwind. You're getting this new innocent beginning. You got the Fool card. You survived and you never gave up hope on this union that you're in. This beautiful union. They are hoping that this shadowy character is hoping that they can push in on you with this magic sexual energy, and they're hoping that they can come in a dark way and just bang you or whatever and make you this sacrifice. They want to swap places with you. They're facing death. Look, you're not crushed. They could not crush you. They couldn't crush you. You're not hurting. You're healed. This says you are hurting emotionally right now. You need time to heal before you jump in again. Nope, you're ready. You're ready. You got the Fool card, the innocent new beginning. You survived. The two of you here together. You never gave up hope. The two of you there together. You're not crushed. They couldn't crush your spirit. You're ready. You may be alone. It may feel like you're alone. It won't be like that forever. You're leaving these others alone with the many flames that they could have perhaps pre-transitioned. Oh, so they're going to go. They're going to have to go face them alone is what they're going to have to do. Yep, they got caught in a whirlwind and they got a long, long road to go. Whoa, everything that they built on this Empress's energy is crumbling. They're childish. It's all in pieces. They were tempted by the snake. They want your forgiveness for neglecting you. Because you're tending to their needs, their emotional needs, whatever needs they have is ending. They have lost. Well, how did he say that? They've lost favor with the mother, who is acting fierce, aggressive, protecting herself. She's wearing a smile on her face. She's like, I'm cleaning house. She's not holding back. She's like, get off my foundation. You do not get to partake in this wish come true. Oh, Oh, she's sending them far, far away. Far freaking away is where she's sending them. Whoa. She is hard as a freaking diamond. She is shining brightly. Look at how big that is. Look at how many facets there are in that diamond. Look at the way the light is reflecting off of each and every facet. She is shining so brightly, and her light is going in all different directions. She's this magnificent pink diamond, and she's coming at them real hard right now for playing games with love. Man, they pissed off the mama. They pissed off the mama. They're trying to reconnect with her. They're grieving. But they need to face it. She's leaving. She's no longer caring for them. She will no longer provide them services. She will no longer nurture them. She's taking herself and she's leaving with this inseparable union, this soul tie she has there. She's been seen as innocent, and she's leaving behind everybody who lied on her and abused her. This snake and these spirits. Oh yeah, because she's here. So, experience, recognize the potentials, and then don't draw conclusions. Observe, but be aware, and don't jump into anything too quickly based on a feeling or a thought. You got to take the time to know energies and circumstances. Especially right now, because this person is facing death and they're thinking about ways that they can save themselves. They're reflecting. They got low energy. They could be in a very dark place. We've got shadow side here. Things are in ruins for them. Everything's falling apart. Envy. They're envious of you. They're envious of you. They're wanting to come in with this charm. Perseverance. It could be that everything's in ruins because you persevered. They're thinking about perseverance. Everything's in ruins. Everything's falling away. They're challenged by this hanged man. There is a letting go, a sacrifice, a release. They're being let go because this Empress is innocent and she's in a love union that is inseparable. They cannot separate them, and they are always together despite the distance. They're having anxiety. They don't know what these two are going to do. This morning, the message was that they are the strongest. So, and then several months ago, there was a group that said their intention was to KILL, the strongest. So just be aware. You know the game by now. You survived it. You're right there having a great time. I guess you don't need to be wary. You just need to be aware, right? Because they didn't have any success moving against you. They're having anxiety. They don't know what to do next. They don't have any love in them. They just F around, stick people in dark mental places or spaces, even energetic or physical. I don't know the whole story, but it's not good. So in the subconscious, they've got this Knight of Cups. If they're thinking about coming in with this romantic energy, right? It could be in the imagination. It could be telepathically. They're not able to communicate with you, perhaps. They're not able to get through. It could very well be. They're in the shadows, realizing their flaws. They were just thinking of you as another notch in the headboard. They just wanted to F around. They had no appreciation for the depths and the heights of who you are and everything in between. And it's over. They're experiencing a death. They're experiencing a death. They can't communicate with you. Oh my gosh, guys. So in the central energy, it starts with death, and in the subconscious, it ends with death. This person is out of hope. They can't even communicate. The Empress is here with her broom, and she's got a smile on her face, and she's like, I'm sweeping this foundation. I'm done with it. This is ridiculous. Mama's cleaning house. She's not holding back one bit. She's getting rid of everybody who is not willing to settle down or be responsible. It's time to settle down and put roots, to commit, to be responsible. And these ones have proven over and over and over again that that's not their intention. They made the goddess mad. They made the goddess mad. Look! She's sweeping out those people who are not abundant, limitless beings, those who don't have anything to contribute, those who just drain vital sources and resources of vitality. They don't produce anything beneficial at all. They just take. Envy. So her intention is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. They're not going to get her wish come true. These ancestors are being flipped on their head. They're being swept off the foundation. They did not reciprocate anything in a good way, and she's not giving them anything. They are not going to cause anyone to struggle. She's being supported in every way. This card says you feel like you aren't being supported. If it's not a team effort, it's best to stand alone. She's not standing alone. This isn't a struggle for her. She's sweeping the foundation, and she's not alone. She's in this inseparable union. The love is always there despite the distance. Freedom in the reverse. They're being unfreedomed. They've lost their freedom. They've lost their freedom. It was a privilege, not a right. She's gained a victory here with the Chariot. They failed. Good job, Mama. They failed. Oh, I'm so happy. This religion or religious person or whatever, they were not telling the whole story. They were not telling the whole truth. They were in disagreement about you. They were thinking everybody should understand how they feel. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. These men, these big babies, whatever, childish people in these man suits, seeking your forgiveness because you've got a victory here and you're moving on. You're taking your energy, you're taking your abundance, you're taking your stuff, your Nine of Cups, and you're out of here. You have broke the cycle. You have broke the cycle. They failed to disconnect you. There is an understanding of what they have been doing. They failed to empty your vessel, your temple. They failed to make you go away and dress up in your energy and pretend that they were this Empress. So now there's a change here. There's a change coming in. This is the end of your Ten of Wands burden. You remember what they did. You love yourself. You're still trying to heal. But they didn't appreciate the fact that you always have a full cup and that you pour it into the world. They did not appreciate that about you at all. And they got tangled up in some crap, this shadowy reflection stuff, and they can't get out of it. You don't have to carry them anymore. You don't have to carry them anymore. They are not your responsibility. They were fraudulent. They were deceitful. They were abusive with asexual energy and intimate relationships that were innocent and loving and caring. Envy, love. You're not envious. You're not envious. This is the end of your 10 of Wands burden. You're not envious. You remember what they did? They didn't appreciate your love. They didn't appreciate the fact that you could use your love to heal others, to heal circumstances and environments. They preferred to play in the shadows. They're hoping that they can commit some kind of a fraud, Seven of Swords energy here. They're wanting to come in and offer hospitality. They want to congratulate you. They're unsatisfied with what's happening here. They're very tired. Look, you can't trust them. Whoever it is trying to push in on you right now, whether it be energetically, spiritually, or in the 3D, whatever D you're in, they're not trustworthy. Okay? You've got a new beginning here. It's an innocent new beginning. You have faith in it. You survived. You and your counterpart here survived. You never gave up hope to reconnect with each other, to be together. And they weren't able to crush you. You're not hurting emotionally. You don't need more time to heal. You're ready for this. And you're grateful. Whoop. We got indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of life. So you're using your intuition, and there may be indecision. You're trusting in the Most High, your intuitive connections to Source to guide you, just as you trusted it to guide you through all of these challenges. Judgment is here. And you have been found honest and true. Even with all of the people lying around you, about you, it says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. You are always truthful and honest with yourself, with that internal spirit that you are connected to. And the other day, in the evening, I heard somebody say, no wax here, which at first I thought it was the moon waxing and waning. But when I looked that up, it meant there's no deceit, that it's authentic and true. It's honest. So there's no deceit in you. And so now those who were bringing you adversity, they're facing loneliness. They're in grief. Because you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to by focusing on the lighter side of life. You're very disciplined. And you focus on the lighter side of life. You keep your vibration high. These ones are having doubts because they failed. They failed to move against you. And they have to surrender their friendship. They weren't friends with you in the first place. Sorry, my washing machine is very loud. I hope it's not bothering you. I think we'll make 2 more passes. So yeah, yeah. You know, and I do believe that this energy that I'm sensing, it's not your counterpart here, because they know, just as you do, that there are these others who are out there trying to force their way into this particular chakra. They're probably experiencing the same energetic effects. So they know that this riffraff is playing in the soup, right? And so they're not going to confuse you by that. So I think you're safe to put up your guards, and you don't have to worry about rejecting your actual counterpart. So if that was something that you were concerned about, I'm pretty sure it's safe to say this is somebody who wants to take part in your health. They're facing death in the central energy, death in the subconscious. It ends here. So they're thinking about self-preservation. They're thinking about persevering through this. Everything's in ruins. They're reflecting, they're remembering. They might come forward and say that they need advice. This may be an excuse to get in your energy. They're challenged because there's the Hanged Man, there's a sacrifice, there's a release, there's a surrender, there's a letting go. They're challenged because this Empress has been seen as innocent and she's in an inseparable union that is very loving. They're having anxiety because they weren't successful moving against her, destroying her reputation and future. So look, they're in need of a small favor. They may be hoping that you will help them with something. They may be hoping that you'll energetically cord in some way. Maybe they were not successful in gaining that because there's no love in them, and you know. They might have asked you for a small favor and now they're in anxiety because it was not a success. It didn't go as they hoped it would. Vent. So Knight of Cups, they were hoping to be romantic with you. They're not able to communicate. They're in the shadows, or they're operating in the shadow side, these darker energetic patterns. They were looking at you as just another notch in the headboard, and there's death here. They may have wanted to put you into death by getting a romantic relationship with you, but maybe that's what they're experiencing because they're not able to communicate with you. So whatever their intention was, it's going back. They may need support. They may need support because this is what they're facing. Shadow side death. They need support. They're not able to communicate with whoever it is that they've been targeting as a romantic interest. The Empress is here sweeping the foundation, sweeping the floors. She's clearing it all out. She's not holding back. She's clearing out everything that wasn't willing to settle down and be responsible, because what we're doing now in this new chapter is we're committing and we're putting down roots. Family trees. She's sweeping out those who don't have anything of abundance to offer, and that means a willingness to create, to manifest, limitless potential, to work for it. Collaboration. So she's in collaboration. She's working together. She's definitely not here alone with the struggle card in the reverse. She's being supported here. So she's not doing this alone. This ancestry is being flipped upside down. They did not get the wish come true with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. They did not reciprocate, or they won't be getting reciprocation. They won't receive an opportunity for reciprocation because they have proven themselves as unwilling, unable, or and then laughing about it and having a great time over the suffering of others who they took stuff from. So she's being very supported here in this unfreedoming of this ancestry who has this habitual pattern. Grapevine in the reverse. Nobody's interested in it. This says, I heard something you're going to be interested in, but it's in the reverse. It could be that they did not heed a warning. They don't want people talking about it. They've lost their freedom. You've got the Chariot card here. Yeah, they're trying to manipulate people's perceptions. You've got the Chariot card here. So you've won. You've gained a victory. You're moving forward. You're going on a journey. You're taking yourself, you and your inseparable love union here, and you're moving on. This religion, religious person, religious cult, religious whatever, they weren't telling the whole story. They were lying about this Empress, and they were thinking that somebody should understand how they feel, and it's like, this is so selfish, and they want forgiveness, and it's like, they're coming at this in a selfish way. They're lying, trying to get forgiveness. They're deliberately trying to manipulate your perception of reality. These are bad people. That's why they got death on either side of them. Entertainment. They don't find this entertaining. You're not into their type of entertainment. You don't find this amusing. They're not finding this amusing. The story, the history of this is not amusing. You've broken this cycle. This is an end to this repetitive thing that they've been going and doing. They're going to go through a negative phase because they weren't able to disconnect this Empress. There's an understanding of what they've been doing here. Both sides of this story are seen very, very clear. They were not able to empty this Empress's vessel, her body, her temple. They were not able to kick her vitality, her soul, or whatever out. And she's bringing about a change. These people are envious. She's bringing about a change. A change which will be positive. She's bringing about a positive change. But there are people who don't want it. They hate the fact that she, a woman, when they found out who it was that beat their guy or whatever, their chosen one or whatever, a woman? Yes, a woman beat their person. And now she's bringing about positive change because they were not able to kick her out of her vessel. They saw her as weak. They saw her as a female, and that she would be easily controlled, manipulated, dominated, abused, and that she would just fall into the shadows. It could be that they're thinking about her support system. She's inseparable. She's in this inseparable love. So they could be thinking about that there. She isn't envious of them. Why would she be? There's not an envious bone in her body. She is love. She fills up her love. She loves the divine within herself. She remembers what they did to her. This is a completion of her heavy burden. Future here. So she's remembering that they did not appreciate the love that she was pouring into them. So they got themselves all tangled up into this shadowy thing here. And that's their future. They're wondering about your future together. They're tangled. They're unable to free themselves. They did not appreciate your love or your care. They burdened you with 10 of this. You not envious of them. You were very kind, loving, Empress energy, very conscientious, very giving. And you don't have to serve them anymore. You don't have to give them your energy at all by listening to whatever it is they're trying to tell you. You just don't have to give it any attention. You're not obligated. They're hoping that they can commit some kind of trickery and fraud, but when they come in to congratulate you, they're unsatisfied with the way this went down. They're very tired and they can't be trusted. I'm sorry in the reverse. They're not sorry for what they did. You've got the Fool card, so it's an innocent new beginning. You both survived this. You walked through it. You didn't make any deals. You didn't sell your soul. You didn't collaborate or agree to do whatever in order to be free. You actually withstood it and you moved through it. You survived. And you never gave up hope on coming together. You're ready for it now. These ones could not crush you. And in times of indecision, so in this whole process, you will trust your inner guidance and you know that the Most High will guide you correctly. We got growth in the reverse. There's nothing inside of you. Whatever these people are got inside of them, it's not inside of you. Could be a parasite, could be some kind of an influencer, an energetic influencer of some sort. You don't have this growth attachment. You are connected to the divine. Somebody may, or there may be great news about some career that is secret right now. Like your career might be secret, but it's amazing. Somebody wants to check in with your perspective. So they want to know what you're thinking about, but they're being dishonest. Because you're saying goodbye, and this is an attempt to reconnect. and bring in their negativity to your travels, to your new pathway. They want to bring chaos and greed into your new chapter. You got to let it go. They may try to give you a gift. It's a trick to connect to your energy. They're desperate here. They may try to ask for a loan because that's money. That's a monetary. That's a energy, and they may try to do something with it if you give it to them. They were obligated to deliberately manipulate your reality. They were laughing about it. They thought that they did it really well. They were bragging about it. Come to find out they didn't. Empress, you're free. You're free. You're venting it. You got it off your chest. You got the truth off your chest. You told the truth. It's all out here, and these ones need a safe space for what they did in the past. So their plans are to get back in your energy, to somehow gain agreement to be present within your energy, which means that it won't be found suspicious if they're out there operating in your energy. If you allowed it in there, it won't be suspicious if they're doing things with your signature. These are very, very important days that we're experiencing right now. So don't be too quick to... Congratulations isn't necessary, first of all. That, congratulations is what happens, for the envious, those people who need their egos soothed. They want everybody to tell them how wonderful they are, and what a great job they're doing. It's like that. But you don't have that, because you got source connection, and you're just like, okay, and you're just doing your thing. You're not like them. You don't need outside verification of your existence or your actions in life. You're connected, source, divine. Impulsive. So this person is experiencing a change. Death card is here. They could be transitioning. They're looking at a way to preserve themselves. They are in a reflection mode. They could be low vitality, not have very much energy. They may come in trying to seek your advice. They're looking at preservation, at preserving themselves. Everything is going into ruins. Everything's falling apart. They're being very impulsive. It says that they're frequently engaging in repetitive, destructive behaviors despite the adverse consequences. And it could be that that's the stuff that they've been doing, and so it brought death to them. They didn't stop. They wouldn't stop. They were impulsive. That way, they were impulsively, habitually doing something. And now they need to get in your energy. They need to be covered by your grace. There's the Hanged Man here. They're being let go. This is a sacrifice, a release, because you have been found innocent and you're in an inseparable union, a love union. And it may be at a distance here. They were unsuccessful in gaining a small favor from you. They're having anxiety. They don't know what you're going to do. You're definitely releasing them. You're already with somebody else in the spirit realm or in another dimensional system. While this is wrapping up, the connection is already made. These ones want to come in. They want to try to push this sexual energy in on you, and they want to try to trick you into getting frisky, right? But you're not falling for it, because there's no love in them, and you know it. We got self-critical here. They find fault in themselves by criticizing the actions or decisions they make on a daily basis. So they don't think they're doing it well enough. They just want to get brutal. Look at him. He's breaking stuff. He's breaking stuff. This person is not in a good way. Knight of Cups, knight in shining armor. They're wanting to come forward and get romantic, but they can't communicate with you. So they're unable to send their energy which, by the way, has subsided since I started talking about it. So it must be that somebody either got on it or they heard and stopped. I don't know. It's something strange happens once you recognize it. It kind of shifts. So anyway, they're not able to communicate with you. They're in the shadow side. They might be needing support. You were just another notch in the headboard, and that's over. We got another death card here. They need your support. They're surrounded by death. But you're connected in a loving union that cannot be separated. They've been trying. And it says on a daily basis. They're very upset because it's not working. It didn't work. They're very, very mad because they could not move against this Empress and her connection. There's innocence and purity here. Loving, conscientiousness. They can't move against it. Suck up. This is a suck up. Sucking up is their way of creating a positive impression, establishing connections, or securing opportunities. So this is a suck up who is self-critical on their ability to manipulate others and have them be seen in a certain way. And we got another one here. What is this one? Body shames. Body shames. So this person may body shame the people that they're intimate with, to criticize, mock, or make negative judgments about another's appearance. This is a suck up who body shames women or men after they've been romantic, to crush their spirit. They're not able to communicate with you. There's death here. It could be that their intention is to use you as another notch in the headboard because they're looking for an escape plan. They need you to take their place in this thing. There's death here twice. They need your support. They're in the shadows. They're sucking up because they need you to come forward and have relations with them, but you're not communicating with them. You don't want to. The Empress is in the recent past, very conscientious. She's sweeping the floors. She's sweeping that foundation. She's working with other people. She's in collaboration with others. She could be sweeping the floor of those who are collaborating against her. She's not holding back. She's getting rid of everybody who wasn't willing to settle down or be responsible. It's time to commit and to put down roots for families. She's getting rid of those who don't have any abundance to offer. And by that is a willingness to work for it, a willingness to create, a willingness to keep a clean house, a willing to support your family, to be there through the good times and the bad times, right? Sickness and health and all that stuff, to bring healing. She's getting rid of those who are possessive, those who demand that everything in the world belongs to them and it doesn't matter who has it, give it to me. They're demanding someone's attention and love without consideration of their own time and emotions. They don't care about anybody. They're burying the others in this crap and they expect them to care about them. This Empress has had enough. She's like, I will not be buried under your crap anymore. You don't have anything to offer me except crappy experiences and I'm not taking it anymore. She's saying, sweep, get off my foundation, get out of my house, get out of my mind, get out of my life. And she's here working with a team. It's not a struggle. She's being supported. She's stripping these ones of their freedom. These egotistical persons, they're not getting the wish come true. They got a 9 of Cups reversed. These ancestors, they're being flipped on their head. They're being excommunicated. They're being cut off. They're being banished. They're not going to receive reciprocation. They're not being offered any services, any comforts from this Empress. Grapevine in the reverse. They don't want people talking about it. They're very egotistical here. The Empress isn't struggling. She's with the team. She's being supported. And these ones are losing their freedom. They have an exaggerated sense of self due to wanting to match someone else's perceived qualities. They wanted to be this empress. They were successfully able to trap her, snare her, many cycles probably in the past, or at least one, and dress up in her energy and pretend to be that. They have an exaggerated sense of self due to wanting to match someone else's perceived qualities, and that would be this. They wanted to be seen as the perfect housekeeper. Seeks advice. So they're seeking advice. They overestimate the perspective of others and undervalue their own thoughts and instincts. They're egotistical. They think they got it all figured out, but they're completely disconnected from themselves, from source. They're not being offered any services from this Empress. They've lost favor with the mother. She's gained a victory here. She's got the Chariot. She's moving forward. She's going on a journey. She is leaving them. She's not offering them any abundance at all because they're greedy. So this religion, this religious person, religious cult, religious faculty, whatever it is, they were not telling the whole story. They were lying. They were lying about the mother. And you notice that she's been stripped from all of the history books. They demean her in every way that they can. They're in disagreement. You should understand how I feel. They want forgiveness. This isn't entertaining anymore. This isn't funny anymore. She gained a victory. She's just a woman. Their feelings are hurt. Their pride is hurt. They want to destroy her because their feelings are hurt. And they're no longer seen as the authority because they were dressing up in her energy. What they appeared to be wasn't. It just wasn't. Projection. Projection. They projected their own mental state and traits onto others. Traits that they do not possess. In order to feel good about themselves, they projected their own mental state onto the Empress, and she survived it and came out victorious. It's not funny, they say. It's no longer fun. It's no longer entertaining. We now need you. And she's like, Bafunky, no, hell no. She broke the cycle. She broke the cycle. They were not able to disconnect her from her temple, from her vital force, from this realm, this circumstance. There's an understanding now of what they've been doing. They could not empty her or her vessel. She's bringing about positive change. She's gained a victory. What they had going on, it's got death times 2 stamped all over it. And you know by now that if this is your story, you have been dealing with these infiltrations, disruptions, and energies of this type for quite some time. So you're very in tune to the envious with their fake apologies. You're bringing about positive change. They envy that. They want credit for what you're doing. They want to jump in there and say that they can do it better. And unfortunately, this position that you find yourself in is such that you have to be very, very careful and very, very discerning regarding any energies that are trying to infiltrate yours. And that is with any gifts, any presences at all, any small favors, any monetary gifts, any of that, okay? Because they can use that as energy. It's got your imprint on it. They're comparing themselves to you, and they're feeling despair because they want to be you. You've broken the cycle. These ones who wanted to be you, they could not disconnect you from your destiny. Now they want to apologize. This is the completion of your Ten of Wands burden. You are not an envious person. You never were. You remember what these people have done to you that forced you to love yourself so hard, and you're still trying to heal from the hurt and the damage that they've done to you, and you're still wearing a smile. You're still full of love. What these shadowy characters did to you, the energies that they covered you in, the disgustingness that they projected onto you. They did not appreciate you one single bit. They're tangled up. They're unable to free themselves from this sticky situation. The truth is known. And they're wondering about their future. They're wondering about your future. They want to be part of your future. They didn't appreciate you, and they got themselves tangled up, and they can't be part of your future. There's a separation between those who are envious and deceitful and those who are not. They're irresponsible. Imposter syndrome. They're irresponsible. They like to pretend to be somebody that they're not, and then they are very irresponsible with that energy and with the destiny, the life path of this person. They're very irresponsible with the responsibility of this energy. They just like to get tangled up in it and pretend that they are that, but they're suffering from imposter syndrome. That's all they are. They probably don't even know who they are. There's consequences for their actions, and they did not care. They harbor persistent feelings of inadequacy, and they fear being exposed as a fraud. They're tangled up in this web. So they want to come forward. They're hoping that they can come forward and offer you congratulations, hospitality, some food, some drink. They were talking about a paralyzer or some kind of an agent that does such a thing. They may be hoping to spike your drink or your food. They're very dishonest with this supposed congratulations. They're unsatisfied with the way things went. They're not sincere with an apology. They don't want to give it. They're not going to give it. You're not accepting it. They're tired. They don't have any energy. They're not trustworthy. They're not trustworthy. They're hoping that you want outside validation. It's not your gig. You've never been into it. You've been alone battling this for so long that you don't need outside validation. You've got source connection. It's not something that you need. It's not something you want. It's something that you look at very carefully. They're pessimistic. They believe that the evil outweighs the good, and that the bad things are more likely to happen no matter what you do. So they don't believe in goodness. They don't believe in the light and the nurturing of this mother. They're very pessimistic. They want to come in and they want to destroy it because they don't believe in it. They want to prove that it's icky, just like they think it is. You've got a new beginning here with the Fool card. You survived this fiasco. You never gave up hope on each other. You're here in this inseparable energetic union. It's full of love. They were not able to crush you. You are ready for this love. But look at this. We've got a copycat here. You imitate or adopt the behavior or practice of another because you feel you aren't good enough as yourself. So there is a copycat here. Alrighty then. So they could not crush you. You are ready for this union. There could be some indecision here, or in moments of indecision, you use your intuition. There's a copycat here. Trying to trip you up. And growth in the reverse. They want to stop your growth. So there's a copycat there with you guys. They're doing sex magic because that was the energy at the beginning of the reading. They're trying to come in as some romantic freaking charmer. Just want to sex you up. That has nothing to do with the freaking heart. Or actually knowing who you are, having a communication. No, they just want to come in and F you up. It's just like so weird. Dogmatic. They operate in that root chakra. That's where they are. That's all about it. All about it. Sexual energy, orgies. That's where the power is. They feel certain that they are right, and they feel that everyone else is wrong. They want to dominate you and control you. They are resentful over your position. They feel personally victimized because they could not trap you or keep you buried because you gained a victory. They resent you. They want to pretend that they're monogamous now, but they're going to have one relationship after the other. They just won't string along or trap an Empress anymore. They're going to continue doing this infidelity crap that they've always done, and they'll call it monogamous, but they'll go through, really, could be marriage after marriage after marriage, whatever. That's their plan. I don't know. They're very unconsiderate, and you're unforgiving because you know that they're materialistic. They're greedy, they're materialistic, they're energy hounds. And they're getting restless because you know they're shallow. They're shallow. This person who requires outside validation may be claiming that you are copying them. They may be laying guilt trips on people because they don't want them to detach emotionally with them. They're getting hot-headed because people are ghosting them. People are withdrawing from them. They could be getting passive-aggressive. This hoarder, they want stuff. They want things. They want energy. They want many girlfriends, many boyfriends. They want many of everything, and they're getting aggressive about it. They may have a savior complex. They may feel that they need to take you out, one or both of you, to eliminate you. And they're very stubborn about it. They think that they're going to save all their friends and family if they can take you out. They're meddling in this competition. And they're trying to get pity. And they're expecting blind loyalty. And they're feeling inadequate. They have an inferiority complex when it comes to you. They're trying to steal your limelight. Or maybe they feel you're stealing their limelight. You're getting too much damn attention. And so now they're getting aggressive with you. And they're scatterbrained and sensitive right now. They don't know what to do. They sabotage themselves. So they're wanting to be agreeable. They're like, oh yeah, everything's great. Everything's fine. They're smiling in people's face. And on the inside, they're all moody. They're feeling like a victim. And they're blaming you. This unfaithful serial cheater who is closed-minded and rigid, got a very narrow outlook and doesn't understand anything. Freaking, they're just operating out of the root. Effing this and effing that, and it doesn't matter. They're a hypocrite. And they're about toxic relationships. See, and you're about mothering. These people are they're paranoid because they don't want to take your advice. They're jealous. They're a clingy love addict, which means they're in lust mode. And they overindulge. And they turn a blind eye. And they're a denialist. They don't want to admit that this is happening. They're having anxiety. They're being overly dramatic. They might be hurting others and getting off on it, getting really excited about it because that's what they like to do. They're spiteful and controlling. Things might be moving very slow. They might be withdrawn. They might want to escape, this money-hungry person. They're a spiritual narcissist. So they're going around manipulating people's thoughts and ideas, perceptions about spirituality, perhaps about you. This is a people pleaser whose heart is shut down. And they know that your mate is approaching. So they're wanting to be deceptive here. This copycat is wanting to be deceptive. They know that perhaps you're going to be overly critical, or maybe they're hoping that you will be. They could be hoping that you'll be too forgiving, that something's going to come through. Maybe they can trauma bond with you somehow. Maybe they're relying on your empathy. They've got scarcity mindset. They're worried about not having enough. This is a racist and a bigot. They don't like you. They're a misogynist. These masculines, they despise the feminines, and they're very nervous about her gaining a victory here. They're really pissed off about it. They want to crush her. She's sweeping them off the foundation. They're losing their freedom. They're losing their sense of importance. They're unable to project their mental state onto others anymore. They're the perverts. And they've been projecting their mental states onto others. These are sex fiends. And they're projecting their mental state onto others, traits that they do not possess, in order to feel good about themselves. They've been doing mental magic, causing people to be little hoe bags. They've been projecting their mental state, this lustful mental state, onto others. And the mother survived this, and she came out, she gained a victory, and she's shedding light on it. Oh, they're codependent. People are gossiping about it. They relied on sex and others behaving in that way because that was where they got the energy from. Wow. They've been projecting perversion onto others, traits that they do not possess, in order to feel good about themselves. They've been driving the minds and the experiences of others into this perverse state. They've been impressing, seeding their own thought patterns into their mental body, and then pushing the action. I hope that this brings clarity to something you already intuitively knew, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.